When I joined the monastery, one of the first things my guru asked me is, do you know how the mind works? And I said to him, no, I don't. And he says, well, we have to start there. Because it's impossible for you to create and manifest what you want in life if you don't even know what you're working with. Imagine subscribing to Xero and yet having no idea how Xero works. What would you be able to create with it? Not very much, right? You have to understand the software. So today we're going to start by understanding how the mind works, right? So one of the key concepts of understanding the mind is understanding the difference between awareness and mind. Okay? This is amongst perspective, amongst experience, and my own personal experience of how the mind works. We have to understand the difference between awareness and the mind. And I have to say to you that this is probably the most important thing I can share with you. I remember an entrepreneur asked me once, he said, Dandapani, what's the most important thing? If there was one thing you could share with me after living 10 years as a celibate monk in a cloistered monastery, what would it be? And I said to him, it would be about understanding the mind. Because if you can understand how the mind works, you can control it. And if you can control it, you can direct it and create what you want in life. So let's define what awareness and the mind is. So I'd like to define awareness as a glowing ball of light. So imagine an orb, so to speak, a glowing ball of light that can float around. Let's call that awareness, okay? And let's put that aside. Let's define what the mind is. Let's define the mind as a vast space with many different areas within it. One area of the mind is angry, one area of the mind is happy, joy, sadness, jealousy, food, sex, art, accounting, all kinds of things, right? And your awareness can travel within the mind. Your awareness, this glowing ball of light, can move within the mind, and wherever it goes within the mind, it lights up that particular area of the mind, and you become conscious of that area of the mind. So if my ball of light, my awareness goes to the angry area of the mind, it lights up the angry area of the mind. I become aware of being angry. Am I angry? No, I am in the angry area of the mind. If my awareness goes to the happy area of the mind, it lights up the happy area of the mind. I become aware of being happy. Am I happy? No, I'm in an area of the mind called happiness. And we can use our willpower and our powers of concentration to move our awareness, this ball of light, to any area of the mind that we want to go to for a period of time. Okay? And here's the most important thing. Where our awareness goes, that is where our energy is flowing. So if life is a manifestation of where we direct our energy, and if we want to control where energy goes, the first step is to control where your awareness goes within your mind. So if your awareness is going to an angry area of the mind, that's where your energy is flowing, and it's actually strengthening the muscles in that area of the mind. Okay? That's the theory of it. I'm going to spend a little time explaining this because for me this is probably the most important thing that I can share with you. So let's look at a real life application of this. You've all gone to the movies before, right? Your friend calls you up and say, hey, let's go watch Mission Impossible 16. So like, okay, let's go see what Tom's up to. So you take a shower, you get dressed up, you go to the movies, you buy enough popcorn to feed a whole village in India just for yourself. You're sitting there chatting with your friends, watching the movie, the lights are on. Finally the lights go dim, everybody goes silent, right? The movie comes on. And if it's a great director or a great producer, that person can take your awareness for the next hour and a half or 2 hours and move it to any area of the mind they want it to go to, right? It can start off being very thrilling, very exciting, very scary. For example, if you're watching a Bond movie, you know the first 10 minutes is going to be very exciting. That's how every James Bond movie starts, right? So the first 10 minutes, your awareness has gone from chatting with your friend, going to a very exciting area of the mind. Then the first 10 minutes end, the credits come on, there's usually silhouettes of naked women and credits, that's every Bond movie, right? So awareness might go from an exciting area of the mind to a sensual area of the mind, and after the credits, what happens next? They usually go back to MI5, right? They're looking at new watches for Bond, new cars, and special gadgets. Now awareness might go to an area of the mind where it's very creative or intriguing, and then awareness can go to a scary area of the mind, to an angry area of the mind, to exciting area of the mind, and finally you see 2 words on the screen, and it says the end. And you turn to your friend and you go, wow, what an amazing movie. But you've allowed the director, you've paid them $10, $15, $20 to take your awareness from one area of the mind to another, right? You've given them permission. This is what actually happens all day long. All day long, people give other people permission and things around them permission to dictate where the awareness goes in their mind. And they become slave to everyone and everything around them. And their energy is literally going all over the place. To gain mastery over your mind is to really gain mastery over where your awareness goes in your mind. When people say, my mind wanders all the time, technically that's a false statement. Your mind actually does not wander. It's your awareness that's moving within the mind. Okay? All day long we allow people and things around us to dictate where awareness goes. And where our awareness goes, that's where our energy is flowing. And where our energy is flowing, that is what is manifesting in our life. If you want to create what you want to create in your life, you have to be very mindful of where you direct that energy. And in order to direct that energy, you first need to be able to control awareness and focus it single-pointedly on one thing. If you allow someone or something to dictate where your awareness goes, then your energy is going all over the place and nothing is really going to manifest in your life, right?